All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're talking about how to transform yourself from an exhausted, in the weeds business operator into a strategic, long term leader. If you're running a business right now, you've probably realized that the exact same hustle that got you off the ground might actually be the very thing holding you back from growing. Are you working these crazy 18-hour days, but your revenue is just flatlining? Well, stick around because we're going to unpack exactly how you can stop being the bottleneck in your own company. Let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question. Can your business run for 1 week without you? Seriously, think about it. Imagine a woman selling food in Lagos. She's doing it all: cooking, selling, buying the ingredients, cleaning up, handling every single customer. And yeah, she's making good money, but the absolute second she gets sick and has to take a week off, her income completely halts. Zero. She hasn't actually created a scalable business. She's essentially just created a highly demanding job for herself. And that exact dilemma is the focus of the source material we're looking at today. It's called Scaling a Business, published by Water Rabbit. This is basically the ultimate roadmap for African entrepreneurs, or honestly, anyone, anywhere in the world looking for sustainable growth. It's a really comprehensive guide on how to build a company that runs flawlessly, even when you are completely out of the picture.
Now, a lot of people totally confuse being busy with actually growing a business. Working yourself to the bone is not scaling. The formula we're looking at here is beautifully simple. True scaling isn't just about getting busier or suddenly taking on 200 customers instead of 20. If you just have growth but no systems in place, that just equals pure chaos. But growth plus systems, now that equals true scaling. So here's our agenda for today, a 6-step plan to rescue you from that daily grind. 1. The true meaning of scaling. 2. Building systems and technology. 3. Hiring your dream team. 4. Managing money for growth. 5. Expanding without losing customers. And 6. Going from operator to leader. All right, let's jump straight into part 1, the true meaning of scaling, evolving beyond hard work. So what does that actually mean? Well, scaling is all about expanding your capacity safely. It means serving more people without your workload going up at the exact same rate. Let's compare two people. You've got Trader A, who opens her shop, buys all the products, and talks to every single customer herself. Then you have Trader B. Trader B trained 2 sales assistants, she uses a little app to record her sales, and she's got suppliers delivering automatically. If Trader B gets sick, guess what? Her customers can still buy what they need. She's built a scalable business because her income goes up, but her stress level doesn't. Take a hard look at your own day-to-day. Are you playing the role of Trader A or Trader B? To get to that scaling phase, you actually have to pass through 3 very distinct stages: survival, stability, and then scaling. And our source gives a pretty stark warning here. A lot of entrepreneurs mistakenly try to just skip right over that stability phase entirely. They survive, customers start coming back, and boom, they want massive growth right now. But you have to hit pause, create your systems, and get your records organized first. Because if you expand before you're completely stable, you aren't scaling your success, you're just multiplying your problems. It's literally like trying to build a massive skyscraper on a foundation of loose sand. Which brings us to part 2, building systems and technology. Think of these as the invisible engines of your business. A system is simply a repeatable way of doing something so that everyone follows the exact same steps. It creates order. Imagine sitting in this beautiful, expensive car, but it has no engine. It looks great, sure, but it's not going anywhere. That is exactly what a business without systems is like. By creating a repeatable way of doing things, you don't have to hover over your employees every time a customer walks through the door. If your team knows step 1, step 2, and step 3 for every single scenario, confusion drops to 0, and your efficiency just skyrockets. Suddenly, your business starts running on autopilot. So where do you start? Well, by documenting these 5 essential systems into simple, easy-to-follow checklists, your operations become incredibly organized. First, you need a customer service system, just to make sure every single person is treated well every time. Second, a sales system for processing purchases with 0 errors. Third, you absolutely must have a financial system to rigorously track your money. Fourth is an inventory system so you never randomly run out of stock. And finally, a communication system. This could be a daily huddle or even just a dedicated WhatsApp group to keep your entire staff perfectly aligned. But here's the catch. Even with absolutely flawless systems in place, we all face a hard limit: 24. There are only 24 hours in a day, right? You can only physically work so hard. To really multiply your efforts, you have to lean on technology. Whether that's accepting digital payments, using an app to manage that inventory we just talked about, or setting up one automated message that goes out to hundreds of customers instead of calling them one by one. Technology is what lets you work smarter, not harder. It's the exact leverage you need to finally buy your time back. Moving right along to part 3, hiring your dream team. Because trust me, you cannot scale alone. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I love this African proverb. It's such a powerful reminder that relying solely on your own energy is a huge bottleneck. Let's be honest, when you refuse to let go of tasks because you secretly think nobody can do this as well as I can, you literally become the main obstacle slowing down your whole company. If you want to go far, you have to let go, trust people, and build a highly reliable team.
And the crucial insight for building that team? Hire for character over skills. You want people who naturally align with your company's culture. See, you don't just want an employee who clocks in, checks off basic tasks, and clocks out. You want a team member, someone who deeply understands the bigger picture of why your work matters. You're looking for integrity, responsibility, and someone who's actually eager to learn. You can almost always train someone on a specific software or skill, right? But character, that is incredibly hard to change. Just think about your last really bad hire. Was it really a lack of skill, or was it a total lack of alignment?
Okay, let's jump into part 4, managing money for growth. This is the absolute fuel of scaling.
Our source shares this really eye-opening story about a bakery owner in Abuja. It perfectly illustrates why separating personal money from business money is the absolute #1 rule of survival. So, she saw her sales spiking, and what did she do? She immediately went out and bought all this expensive new furniture for herself. But a few months later, sales took a sudden dip, and suddenly, she couldn't even make payroll. She fell right into the trap of lifestyle inflation, treating her business revenue like it was her own personal piggy bank. So what's the golden rule here? Keep your business money in a totally separate account, pay yourself a fixed salary, and build a business emergency fund. Tracking your cash flow strictly is the only way to ensure those doors stay open. This brings us to part 5, expanding without losing customers. This is all about protecting your foundation. There's a great example in the source of a catering business in Lagos. They found out the hard way that rapid expansion was completely ruining their order accuracy. As they scaled up, regular customers started complaining. Food was late, orders were just wrong. But the owner, to her credit, didn't just ignore it. She implemented some strict loyalty protection rules. She aggressively retrained her staff, got super rigid with her quality checklists, and started constantly asking for feedback. She realized that growing fast shouldn't ever mean breaking your promises. Remember, keeping your loyal customers costs way less than constantly hunting for new ones. People might eventually forget exactly what they paid, but they rarely forget how your service made them feel. Finally, we arrive at part 6, from operator to leader. This is the ultimate mindset shift. There is a massive, fundamental difference in mindset here. Operators are zoomed in on the daily tasks, right? While leaders are zoomed out, looking at the long-term vision. An operator wakes up and asks, what needs to be done today? Who's picking up the phone right now? But a leader? A leader steps back and asks, how can we make this business stronger next year? What system can I build today so our customer service is world-class tomorrow, totally without me? Look, both mindsets are important at different times, but if you want to scale effectively, you eventually have to let go of those daily microtasks. To finally stop micromanaging, you've got to fully embrace 5 key leadership responsibilities: creating a vision, making the big decisions, developing your people, solving high-level problems, and fiercely protecting your company values. The source mentions a logistics company owner in Abuja who finally just stopped driving the delivery trucks himself. He hired supervisors he could trust, delegated all that manual labor, and started spending his time doing what a leader does: planning strategy and mentoring his team. And you know what happened? His revenue exploded, and his stress plummeted. Why? Because your business only gets stronger when your people get stronger. At the end of the day, you aren't doing all this just to create a stressful, demanding job for yourself. The real goal here isn't just to build a business. The goal is to build a business that can outlive you. Think about that for a second. If your entire operation collapses the second you aren't physically present, you haven't really built a business yet. But by setting up those robust systems, cultivating a healthy team culture, tracking your finances like a hawk, and stepping into a genuine leadership role, you are building a legacy that will absolutely stand the test of time. So, we're going to leave you with this final thought. If you want to escape that survival stage and finally break free from the exhaustion, what is the very first task you are going to hand over to someone else tomorrow? Seriously, Stop trying to do absolutely everything yourself. Pick one thing, take that first step, build a system around it, and start your real journey toward true leadership. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me today, and I challenge you to start scaling your business right now.